Well, joining us now to provide some clarity as to the way forward is ANSM reporter Valerie Robinson. She joins us from Auckland Park, Johannesburg. Good afternoon to you, Valerie. Just talk us through what the program is for the rest of the afternoon. What's the expectations?
Good afternoon to you, Abigail, and to the viewers at home. Yes, we are here in Johannesburg at the SABC Park, where we are expecting the technical program to begin very shortly at around about 4 o'clock. This will entail, obviously, the announcement of a lot of the figures that everyone is anticipating, as well as a lot of the information we're waiting for to be released to the media. Now, this is under embargo until 6 o'clock, when we're expecting the minister to address us live. At that point, all the information will be released to the public. Here, we are waiting for a lot of people to attend, including heads of schools, as well as the top achiever students in the country and families of those students as well. Now, we have heard that the DA made a statement saying that they will attend this briefing, which is quite unusual. It's the first time that this announcement has been made. Now, we do know that the pass rate last year stood at 72.5%. This is a very big contrast to the private school results we saw that came out about 2 days ago. This year's results stood at 98.76%, an increase from 98.67 from last year. Obviously, speaking to the CEO of University South Africa earlier this week, he spoke about how the increases will become smaller and smaller the closer you get to 100%. And obviously, there are more constraints on the public school system, especially with facilities and access to different resources. So that is going to obviously play a large role in this. So we're waiting for the program to start and to see what the minister's response is going to be on the results that will come out later this afternoon.
Valerie, just talk us through. We are about around 15 minutes away from that technical briefing taking place. Just talk us through what you are seeing here at this building where this event is taking place. Are preparations in place with just 15 minutes to go?
Yes, that is correct. We're seeing media starting to set up. But to give us a little bit more background, I am joined here by the spokesperson. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. Just talk us through about what exactly we're expecting, the program, and obviously going forward, what can we expect from this afternoon?
Thank you very much for inviting us. We are expecting a technical briefing to start now at 4. The Director General of the Department of Basic Education, Mr. Motshekka, will be leading that one. It basically gives us an idea of the size of the system and other technical aspects of the examination system. And at about 5 o'clock, we'll take a break to prepare for 6 o'clock, when the Minister will then come through with the Deputy Minister to begin with the announcement of the results for the class of 2017.
Thank you very much. And in terms of families and students, what can we expect today? What would the representation be and the interaction with them, perhaps between the ministry and the students that did so well?
Well, yes, some of our top achievers are here. The minister has invited them. They arrived yesterday. This morning she had breakfast with them in Sandton to get to know them, also to have an opportunity to talk to them, find out how they have achieved, under such circumstances where, as a learner in grade 12, you come up against a whole lot of things that you need to contend with, but they are still able to achieve at such a level. So she had that opportunity together with their parents, and they are making their way to this venue, and they will be arriving very soon. And they will be here to witness the achievements that their children have achieved. And there will also be prizes that these young people will be receiving from different sponsors, from bursaries to equipment such as laptops, computers and phones and all sorts of things, which are things that are being given to them by the corporate sector, who are just giving them a motivation to keep going in terms of their performance at this level.
And then just lastly, obviously with the IEB results coming out earlier this week, obviously there's a big gap due to resources and other issues obviously in the public sector. Will the minister be addressing whether or not the number goes up or down? Will she be addressing the shortcomings and obviously the constraints that the department faces in tackling this number that needs to go up eventually, or hopefully will rather go up?
Well, we should not be comparing ourselves with IEB, because IEB has 11,000 matriculants in 250 schools. The public education system has 600,000 matriculants in 7,000 high schools. So the numbers just don't even give us that sense that we should even begin to compare, because these are two different sizes of systems. So we work in the public sector where we need to take care of every learner. Every learner who is of a school-going age should be in school, and that's what we do. We accept everyone. We know private schools you have to be able to afford. If you can't afford, then you can't access. And because of the money issue, you have smaller numbers of people going to those schools, which make it easy for teachers to teach smaller classes. In some cases, we have 7 matriculants in a school. In our case, it's not the same, because we have to receive everyone, including those that come from countries outside South Africa, like Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Swaziland. We have those learners in our education system, and we don't turn anyone away, and we have to support all of them. So that's what we do. We have many challenges in the public education sector, but we have to address them and keep going, because we need to make sure that all our learners that are in the system are given an opportunity to pass their matric and proceed to do other things with their lives.